banning or removing passports from dads, should we say, who don't pay towards the
Child support.
Bullshit. Again, we already know
totally disagree with you.
Pops's stance point on it,
jerk,
but yeah, that's what they're looking to bring in.
It invokes on the civil, the human rights.
I say this
Look
before.
out for your picnic.
I'll say this before man's obviously jumping. I personally agree with that standpoint.
I do so.
Because
I do
for one, a passport isn't you're not it's not a
God-given rights.
It's not a given right.
Hold on,
You have
let's
to
do it
apply
in
for your
stages. Do it in
passport and
stages.
You have to
Do it in
pay for it.
stages.
Go
So
on.
how exactly? So how much is to apply? How much is your passport?
It's like 130 something quid or something like
I
that.
know to renew is what 80 quid or
80
something.
quid, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So that's not £80 that could go towards a child.
Yeah.
How much is a flight?
There
Flight
you go.
alone?
So 200,
Depending on where you're
300,
going.
maybe less,
Yeah.
maybe
Send it
more.
to your baby mums.
What happens if someone's paying for your passport to renew and paying for your flight?
No, but there's accommodation, there's spending money, all these things. You can't-
What I will say,
financially, and you can go.
what I will say,
Why aren't you someone supporting you, you bum mother? You bum.
what I will say,
You bum.
you bum.
flipping bum.
He sounds like the guy from the.
Someone supporting you, you
George
bum.
Floyd case.
But who's supporting your picnic?
Yeah, I can't agree. And what I will say,
No one. No
Oh,
one.
you're asking me?
You're backing this waste, man.
No. I ain't backing no one. I'm not backing anyone.
So what's your views on it, please?
I'd say it's
I
both
just
as
don't- I just
well.
don't
I'd
see
say it's
what that's
both.
got to do with your passport at all.
It's got a lot to do with it.
Hell yeah, the money. We've just identified the financials
Aspect from
Fair
it.
enough. You've said, well, what if somebody else is paying for all of that? Well, why not take all that money and invest
Give
it
it
in
to
your
your
youth?
youth.
You don't need a
But the
holiday.
thing is,
You need a bloody career change.
You've already made a determination that your youth doesn't actually mean anything to you.
So what? So what? So
Yeah,
what?
and
If you're
because of that, you ain't going nowhere.
There
Then.
you go.
If you're at age that
you shouldn't have had it
if
again.
you're at age that you can recreate and procreate, if you're at that age that you're gonna fast with that, as I said in the chat, as I said in the chat, if you're man enough to sleep down with a woman, you're man enough to raise a child. That's what I was told.
So does this non-passport thing would it be automatic, or would you have to like have a case? And
I'm assuming they haven't said yet, because obviously there's still
stages
I'm assuming there's stages because it goes through CSA and collection.
Listen, I think it should be automatic. It asks 2 basic questions. How often do you see the child? What have you bought in the last 2 weeks? If you can't answer those questions, then guess what? Your passport gets revoked.
You know,
and then you got a case. You have to do it to get it back. You have to have a case. Then.
Yeah.
You know what I will say? I think
Because you're telling me, think about it.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a long
You've
time.
spent no money.
Yeah.
And the kids.
Yeah, I know. It's a long
As soon
time.
as you asked the question, I answered the question in my head.
How often?
Right, I spent money
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can I just say then? Can I just say? Because I spoke to a couple of people about this, yeah, and their thing was who you know, like females that are in this situation.
Yeah.
Their thing is that whole thing doesn't affect them. Their issue is, say for example, there's if you then apply to I think was it what I call them, CSA? Or
CSA.
Because you're the baby of the father of the baby is not paying anything towards.
Yeah.
Then
They don't even get that money.
but what I'm saying is there are certain mans that know how to work the system.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
And eventually
Yeah.
there's like a minimum of like £7 a week.
No, that's
Yeah.
if you're on. That's
It
only if you're on
depends.
JSA.
Exactly.
It depends. Yeah.
Or
There's a lot of
universal
man-
credits now.
Yeah.
for
But
people.
what I'm saying is there's
Certain-
a certain man
Yeah.
that even though they are working,
Yeah.
can prove that they're not working.
Yeah.
And
then
say
not.
they're on JSA
Yeah.
and only pay £7 a week. But that there to people I've spoke to is a lot more of an issue than taking his passport. Get the
But this
passport
is
down.
this is
Getting
this is
Exactly,
but
like
Dex,
the passport thing for me is just like a restriction on movement. It's more.
But you're not a
They still
given
need the
right.
money.
You
No,
still-
no, forget
They
that.
still need the
Go
money.
on.
Nah, but what
Because
you're
I know
not,
what you're saying, but ultimately, you're saying that you're not, because it's not a given right that you have a passport, then you shouldn't be entitled to it because you don't pay maintenance towards your
But
children.
the,
I
sta-
think
the
it
state,
comes into it.
if the state's paying for your child and you're not, because by right,
Who
yeah,
is that for, la?
But
Who
the
does that
state,
paying
the
for
state
the-
pays
pay-
for a
'cause
lot
then
of people's
essentially-
children,
but-
regardless of whether the dad is not involved. A lot of people are getting help to raise their children from the state.
but
So those people
only
shouldn't have
if
passports then.
you're a low income family. If you're both earning a certain amount, you're
don't
not.
get no-
And you got
you're
money
only
to go on passports
So
and
the,
this, that, and the
the
other.
people that are on low income, that are getting help from the state,
Yeah.
they should get their passports revoked as well.
No, it's just
Because
it's still,
why are they going on holiday, spending up all their money, but yet they're
Because-
not? I'm
No,
just
no.
asking you
If
that
they're
question.
contributing,
It's still-
if both parents are contributing, there's no
£7 a week.
problem.
it's still blanket though.
Because
It's
if they're
still
saving
blanket.
and they're managing their
So
money,
a
they might
man
be on
that's-
low
the
income,
man
but they're
that's on low
managing their
income paying
finances.
£7 a week Yeah,
£7.
£7 a week. But he's then managed
He's
to
an
go
evil
to.
bastard.
He's all right.
He
though.
can still go, but
He
can still go to Spain.
We're saying
He's paying £7.
This is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no.
the
We're
revoking
saying
the passport
£7.
is just
Hold
not
on.
relevant.
We're saying £7. We're saying
make sense to
£7,
me.
and that's based on how often you then see the child. £7 is probably just the bare mittance of potential what someone would have to pay. Certain circumstances they go up to £150, £100, depending on how much kids they got. Hold on. I know what you're saying, but I also know from the moment I've heard about this scenario, there's certain mans that are probably scared of having their passport taken away. So even that would then make them still pay, regardless.
So if we say that the passport thing's a bit too,
Drastic.
yeah, gone a bit too far with that one. What should be the punishment?
Well, it shows that he would rather people go to prison.
Nah, but before you go, before
I said that's more detrimental to them.
Go to prison for not looking after your child.
Listen,
started
my
that.
issue specifically, right? And Miz was just trying to set me up. I already clarified that point there, and I says, nah, that's actually not accurate.
Okay.
My issue is not the fact that the guy ain't paying. I don't promote or I'm in the corner of anyone.
Of course, yeah.
Because I support my own.
I was about to say, just clarify
I
that
also,
for
to clarification, I also grew up in a single parent family where my mother wasn't supported in any way at all.
Yeah.
So I'm not an advocate for guys that don't pay. I pay myself as well. Do you get what I'm saying? But I just don't agree with the passport being revoked because for me, it's a restriction on movement and freedom. You're saying it's not a given right, but ultimately, on the basis that everyone just applies for a passport and gets one because you're a citizen. Yeah, it's a given right because you're a citizen.
But that doesn't happen though. You don't always get guaranteed to be given a passport.
No one I know.
Furthermore,
okay, let me just say this.
No
one I know in this country that's a citizen has been denied a passport.
Yeah,
if you
denied the passport,
people get denied a passport. If you didn't get denied a passport, you wouldn't have to apply for it in the first place. You just say, "Can I have a passport?" and they give you one.
Yeah,
clearly,
but isn't
there's a
it on a
reason.
technicality, like they might have forgotten to fill
But
something
clearly,
out.
there's a reason why you get denied it. However, furthermore, it's still to say you can still travel around the UK, bro. You just don't get to go on holiday and pay £200, £300.
traveling around the UK.
But that's my point. If you ain't got money,
that's preference, isn't it?
If you ain't got money to pay,
it's not for the CSA to say where you can go and not go.
Get me?
It's not there, right?
Of course, but if you've got
Blackpool,
right?
you can't.
But who's it then left on to then pay for that child that you're not paying, but you're spending money on flights? So
That's like
if you don't go on holiday, right?
Yeah.
If you don't go on holiday, who's paying for the kids still?
If you don't go on
holiday,
holiday,
the person that can't go on holiday because he ain't paying
again.
So that him not going anywhere isn't beneficial for the kid.
I hear that.
Only to make certain people feel like
but what should the punishment be then? So what should the punishment be?
Hold
on, Dex. What should the punishment be?
I think there needs to be a system looked at to say, yo, we need to somehow extract the money from these guys.
Whatever they're doing is not working.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing is not working.
Because you know what, you got to extract it because he's not handing it over. It's got to be extracted, isn't it? It's as simple as
But
that.
that's attachment. But they have got that. It's called attachment of earnings. But right. Let's say this person's working at a job. CSA get in contact. Mum's like, I want to leave that job, and I've heard girls tell me this. Yeah. So he's finally got a job. I'm gonna get some money. Yeah. He's left the job. Or maybe he's told him he's left the job and he's maybe getting cash in hand. We don't know. You know, those kind of things happen.
So clearly the system's not working.
That's not working.
So this is why this is another alternative.
What I will say is I don't, from what I can understand of the scenario, I don't think it would just be a case of saying, yeah, we're gonna take your passport away. You ain't paying for your kid. I'm assuming there would be looking at the fact that maybe you've traveled recently or maybe you've I don't know what there could be.
I just don't see how that's going to make.
You know, it'd be a good idea though. If people are upset about it, then do a point system. So let's say they haven't paid for a period of time, they get points added, and at that point, once they've hit like you drive license, then you revoke their passport.
That's what I'm saying. I guess
listen, there's gonna be some kind of. It's not going to be the first.
It's not going to just be there straight away. Yeah,
you're gone. I listen. There's people on Twitter who were talking about. It will stop people from getting jobs.
Nonsense.
Listen, passport's not the only form of ID.
It's not, but it does help.
It helps.
But it's not the only form.
If man don't drive,
you got birth certificate. Birth certificate is a legal form of ID in the UK.
About if you need photo ID?
I've never photo ID.
Huh?
Yeah, if you required photo ID?
Yeah.
You can actually
get provisional.
Yeah.
There's
other methods.
It's still
there's other ways. You can get it signed in decree to say it's an actual likeness. There's other ways.
And that the
I was
guys
gonna
that
say
are not
you
paying
can
for their
get
kids have.
Nah, but you know,
libraries are free. Bro, if you don't
library
need
cards
anything,
are free, bro. You go in there and
libraries
get a
are free.
library
You don't
card.
need money for that.
There's other ways.
Would they accept that?
That's what I'm
form of
thinking.
photo ID.
If it's back, you'd have to then
let the
potentially
state
give
pay
over-
for their kids and go on holiday,
Probably lots.
Yeah.
regardless male or female. How many do it?
And this is what I was gonna say. I feel like it should be male
see it.
and female
You do see it.
regardless.
I think
Even
it
when you
is.
watch those,
It's gonna be it's gonna be
even
parents.
even you watch GMTV, you see the morning breakfast shows. You see them women that go in there and they got loads of kids.
Yeah.
They're getting all this money and they're traveling all over.
Where they
the
getting it from?
place.
Yeah.
So,
It's true. Yeah.
people
I
do
think
it.
there's more to it, but yeah, I'd
People
People
are
weren't
interested in the guys that are actually paying, but are concerned about the amount that they're actually giving to CSA and how much of it actually reaches their child.
So
That's
do
what
they
I'd be
take some of the
interested to
stuff?
I'd be interested to see if
They
they're
have-
taking 120 off a man. Does that whole 120 go to that child?
I believe so.
Or is it top sliced? I don't know.
There's
I'd be
different
interested in
ways.
that.
There's
The
different
mother of
ways.
the child
If
will top slice it.
there's different ways.
Well, it's her money to top slice. If
No,
I'm giving
it's-
120, then
it's
it's
not.
yours. Well, if I'm giving 120 for the
mean it's
youth,
not?
then
And she's going out and buy bottles.
Nah,
No?
obviously, I don't mean it in that way.
Exactly.
I mean that obviously.
Nah,
I
but
wouldn't-
she's
I get what
buying
you're saying.
bottles,
I wouldn't be
Mizzle.
having no
She
better
can buy
no
so what?
less-
There's different
no
ways
less
though
than
with-
bottles
doing
with the
that.
money.
There's
then.
different ways for CSA though. There's different ways from understanding.
really.
Why not?
What do you mean? Why not?
She can buy whatever she wants with that money.
As long as I'm
realistically.
giving the money,
why
and if
can't she
she
buy
splurges
bottles?
like that, that's on her. That's
Nah, but you're not gonna be happy about it, though. Are you?
Of course, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
happy, but I know I've done it. So if anybody comes and says, "Yo, blah
But
blah
it's-
blah,"
but I know-
I wouldn't then be in a position where you can then ask for
I'd
me
much
for more money.
rather buy a bottle with my money than be out there trying to find money to buy a bottle. There you go. I'm
I
just
don't
being
know.
honest.
No, I think they
I
should put
think
some
that's-
parameters.
What-
in
what-
there.
I'm being honest. I'd much rather being out there and saying, "Yo,
I don't think. I think.
here's a
I
bottle."
think
That's
you
not
gonna
change
gonna
your
burn
buy
you.
a
mind.
bottle.
I think you change your mind if you saw her out there with that said bottle doing her thing.
Yeah,
You'd be like,
chat
Yeah.
to our next man.
Taking a piece.
I-
Of
I-
course.
I-
Fill up a
I
next
ain't
man's
doing
glass.
that again.
I'm not meaning it in that regard. I mean it. She's obviously at home with the bottle. She bought the bottle. She's been drinking it.
Yo,
Same.
don't, fam.
In the
No
yard.
problem. She's been in the yard.
It's all right. She's
She
in
ain't out.
she's in the yard entertaining somebody else on your money.
And your money.
Bro, if
And she's still using
bro,
your Netflix
understand
as
this.
well.
Understand this. If we're
Can't do
strange,
that
And
anymore.
chill.
we're
Can't do it
strange.
anymore.
Nah, you
We're
have to
strange.
change it.
Why would I
They
care
change
about
it.
that?
Okay.
I won't say too much on camera, but yeah.
I'd care.
Why would I? Bro, if you're,
Bro,
if you're-
listen.
It's your
I
Netflix, you
don't
know,
give
man.
a damn about what my ex-girlfriend done.
I do when it's my money. It's meant to
I
go to
don't-
my child.
But that's what I'm
Don't
saying.
care,
If
bro.
I'm
I
sick,
don't
if
give a damn.
this
If
is what I'm
it's my
saying.
ex, it's my ex.
This-
Yeah, but
this
if
is
your
what
child
I'm
comes
saying.
to you and he says, "Oh, later on, you ain't giving X, Y, and Z," and
Nah,
all
nah,
this
but
time
I'm-
you're there
but
saying, "No, I've been
Obviously,
giving."
I'm talking about if I let's say for example I broke off 120
Yeah,
and she says, "Yo, with that 20, I'm gonna buy a drink. I'm gonna buy a bottle of brandy."
it is what
That's
it
what I'm
is.
talking about. The 100, my
I wouldn't-
youth's
I wouldn't be happy with
got
that.
his 100. My youth's
Why
done what
do
he
you need
needs.
to? You buy a drink with your money?
But this is what I'm
What?
saying.
I'm
but
saying
it's-
I don't give a damn as long as a percentage
I'm with Mano.
is that small.
I'm with
I don't
Mano.
care.
I'm-
If
if
my
I-
ex-girl, I don't care
I'm,
about.
with, I'm not going to be looking at what she's buying. So
Who
as long
cares?
as I
As long
know,
as I know
that
I've given.
I don't care.
So,
as
so,
long as
so,
I
so
know
listen,
what.
listen.
No, wait,
So
wait,
once
wait.
she spends 100 and gives the kids 20.
Well, obviously.
But if then I see my you and my you looks a certain way, then I'm gonna know that you're spending
Exactly.
whatever money you're getting.
And then my
it
youth
doesn't
coming
matter
to me
about
and
my
saying
money.
to me,
I'm gonna
"Dad,
know.
can you buy me new football boots?" Hold on, I gave you mum that
Exactly.
250
That's
last week.
different. If
Why
I
did
then
you bought
Too,
your
but the
boots?
mum
Nah,
turns
nah.
around and tells you that 250 was spent on this.
like it don't
Gas,
happen.
electric.
And also the bottle that
calculate
you
it.
said at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Calculate.
At that point, I want invoices.
Exactly.
What
Calculate.
invoices?
Calculate
She
it
don't have
based
to
on.
give you-
Exactly, she don't
Why
have
is she
to.
giving
I
you
know.
Alright,
invoices?
say because it's my money.
Yeah,
I'm
but
giving
if
you
you
didn't
stop
care a
paying,
minute
if
ago.
you feel away,
No.
no, Manny, if you start feeling away
Because-
and
hold
withhold
on,
your money,
hold on.
your
You man are-
passport's gone.
You man are morons.
Nah,
You man
nah,
are
nah,
morons.
nah,
I know,
I know you're not.
You got
Let me tell you why you're a
you got
moron.
yourself in that hole still.
Nah, nah, nah,
Passport's
nah,
gone
you're a
now.
moron. You're a moron.
So what are you gonna do?
Bro,
Oh
you're a moron
well, you
because
know
you
what? I
said-
stopped sending her money
Hold on.
because
No,
she was
no.
buying drinks and she's still using my
Popping
Netflix.
bottles.
No, bro, no. It
Still
was based
saying
on.
Netflix.
I said based on. I said
Weird.
based on my youth getting the majority and her taking £20 out of a potential 120.
Okay,
Mizzle
but
then
you're- no,
flipped it.
I'm-
Mizzle then flipped it,
Which you can do.
which he can do.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm gonna then care because my youth's not benefiting.
Okay.
Obviously,
So what
I'm
you gonna do? You're gonna hold back the money then, innit?
Obviously, I'm gonna do that.
And then your
That's the-
passport's gone.
I'm not gonna hold back the money in that regard. There's ways you can hold back money. All right, what does he need?
Tell me.
What does my youth need?
go and buy it.
What does my youth need? I'm gonna go cop that myself.
can get
it.
That's
Heating and
fine. What I'm
electric.
gonna do.
Yeah, that's
Heating and
all right.
electric.
That's what
But it's what I'm
That's
saying.
okay.
that's
If-
fine. Give me the card. Let me go get £5
But
on
this-
that.
this-
£5
this
on
the
that.
thing.
That's what I would do.
Man's
Bro,
coming
you
back
can work-
tomorrow to get the card
Bro,
again, you know.
listen, remember, hold on. But we're still we're talking about a scenario where a kid is she's in with their mum. Let's just say this, with their mum. Obviously, the mum has still got to pay for gas and electric herself. Yeah. The kid doesn't necessarily add a lot to what she's then paying already when you calculate it.
All them
So,
electronic devices.
You need gas and electric anyway.
I got a deeper question for you on the back of that, right? So instead of just giving the money, would it just be easier to just keep the kid?
Yeah. Well, that's in the.
Hold on. That implies that's part of the plan. What if that's not part of the? What if the mum don't want to give you the kid?
It don't matter.
Most of them don't.
No. What do you mean it don't matter? Of course.
I'm telling you why. Because
if you're on the birth certificate,
once you're on the birth certificate, you've got 50-50 rights.
I understand that. But you've also got to look. You've also got to look at that.
It is.
It's that straightforward.
Listen,
it might be easy for you to take your 4 sons.
You'd have custody arrangements.
Would you be willing to take your 4 daughters, 2 of which ain't been through puberty, which you're going to have to discuss with them? You're going to want to take that. You ain't necessarily going to want to take them until they've had that conversation and they're self-sufficient in that.
Let me hear what Mizzle has to say about this.
Go on. So you don't have daughters, so you don't know. It's awkward as hell. We're
talking about kids in general.
Kids in general.
Awkward as hell. You know what?
Listen, wait there.
Hold on. Ask me that question then. Hold on. The answer to that question is yes.
I'd still take.
Listen. Kids in general, yeah. Okay, right. And this is what we're not led to believe here. We have just as much rights as these mums.
Yeah.
So listen, if you take these kids and don't bring them back to the mum, they can't do nothing.
All they can do is phone. Hold on.
Most likely, what they'll do is phone the police. The police will say, "All we can do is a welfare check." If that is the father of them, all we can do is a welfare check.
Of course.
But when we go to court, you have to go to court.
But when we go to court, then what normally happens?
We'll get slapped up in court.
It depends.
But in court, most likely, if it's a scenario,
unless the woman
listen.
You're losing that battle.
It'll be 50.
It'll be 50-50.
That's what I'm saying. You can get 50-50 custody.
But it's still 50.
And you don't have to pay them. You look after your 50%. I look after my 50%.
You don't have to pay them.
With Natty's question, it's based on the fact that obviously your person who you're looking to give money to for your child isn't then looking after the child. Of course, you then take the child. If it's a case where you're giving money, you don't know.
If the money's being mistreated, you can treat the same thing.
Let me clarify.
Go on.
Because I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but irrespective of all of that, is it just easier to keep your kid?
Yeah. In what regard?
Regardless of what the mom's doing,
I don't understand.
Regardless of what the mom's doing, she's not giving the money. Well, we've established that.
She's not utilising the money properly.
Yes. Another scenario. You and the mom split up.
Yeah.
You just take the kid. Simple.
When you leave.
When you leave, instead of it always being the woman, it's going to be on the woman. You just say, you know what, I'm going to take my children.
But I've never heard of any woman agree and say yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a process in it.
It can be like that. I mean, there would be a fight, and then it would go down to 50-50.
That's where Mizzles
and then when it's 50-50, you don't have to worry about is my money being utilised.
I just wouldn't want to be that guy pulling out my child out of that environment, knowing that the mum doesn't want the child to go and the child's witnessing that.
But mainly, you can do it in a nice, respectful way.
But understand if she's saying no and you're trying to do it nice, no matter how no is no, innit? So it's gonna get nasty regardless. If she's saying no, I don't need to take my child.
It would then go to court.
You're saying
I want to take my child.
But what Miz is saying is, the same right that she's got to say no, you have the same right to say no.
Of course.
I understand that.
We don't. We're all talking from a mindset of women usually have the kids, and that's what we're talking from. That's what you're saying. I don't want to go.
I'm saying
we have to start getting to it.
I'm basing it.
I hear what Mizzle's saying. That's my point.
Hold on. I've recently been watching a program on one platform anyway. But basically, the program is black. It's black excellence, if I'm honest. And I love watching it because it does have the racial undertones.
Is it in America?
Yeah, it is an American program still, and I like it. I like it a lot. But anyway, basically. Having watched a lot of
share that in the group.
Huh?
You shared it in the group.
You never shared it in the group because it's something I watch.
Just hogging the knowledge, bro.
It's not. When I say
it's black excellence and like we're not black.
I've learned things.
So what? We don't want to learn things.
If it was UK, would have shared it.
Man's are making me forget my whole role.
Sorry.
Basically, I'm totally bloody guy.
Yeah, you watched me.
Black excellence. He's watching it.
Yeah. I can't remember where I was going with it.
Anyway, my point. You're saying what you're saying in regards to, and in fact, to go back to Natty's point. He says, why
drink some creeper juice, man. It will come back to you, bro.
Natty's point.
It's hard working with these men, because you have a point, and man just
he's trying to make his point, and you're doing the exact same.
I'm doing exactly what
I'm trying to back up Mano, so I don't know why he's trying to cut me off.
I want to try. I think I know what he's going to say.
I know what he's trying to say, but in the same sense, when Natty's saying, why don't you just take the child? You then come down to a scenario, if you're both saying you want the child, you then come down to a scenario where it's 50-50, you're back still in the same point. So when you're saying it's easier to then take the child, for a person like me, that would then go into a 50-50 scenario. So that doesn't matter.
No, I'm not saying it's easier, but my point is,
Why
I
don't
always
you?
hear
Yeah.
the woman taking on the responsibility.
I agree.
Of course. So
I'm saying, let's just have let me hear for once.
Yeah.
Mans are fighting for their kids instead of just saying,
but-
you know what, yo, I'm gone.
But you're still faced with that problem.
You're still
If
in the same
she says
circumstance.
no and you're saying yes, what happens?
But that's where Mizzles.
I know, but what
You
that happens in court. Mizzo's talking about a process that
No,
takes
but
place.
Mizzo says
on
you
the-
can claim that before even court because
Yeah.
you have that right.
No, but
He-
you're still going to
I'm
go to
saying
court if
in
she's
that
saying
moment,
no.
Exactly.
In that moment when you're saying yes and she's saying no, what happens? You ain't gonna say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to court right now.
Obviously,
Who
there's
does
beef.
that?
It's gonna be
even-
beef.
In that moment,
even
and,
still-
and that's what
But
I'm saying.
Mizzo's just
And
saying
in
that
that
as a man, you
moment,
don't need to sit
why
down
would you
and
want to
take
be
it.
that parent?
Even
Hold
still,
on,
Mano.
hold on,
taking your
hold on.
child out
Even-
of that environment.
Hold on,
that-
hold
that-
on,
that-
Mano,
hold
Let
on.
me get
Mano,
to it.
even still, this is what Dex is gonna say. I'm gonna flip it over. Even still, after that moment, you take the kid away. The mom then phones and does what? You go to court anyway. It's still gonna be back at the scenario of you've both got rights
Yeah.
to the kid.
But let me. What I get what Miz was saying. Yeah, the court process and everything. But let's now consider the welfare of the child. If the child is by default at the mum's and has been there,
You get
for a
primary
while,
care and primary
yeah,
care in
they
the
get all of
scenario.
that. They get the benefits, all of that. But what mum's saying is the child happy there?
Mm.
Is the child happy there?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not happy with the way the money's going. She's saying he's happy here or she's happy here, blah, blah.
Do
You're
welfare
saying
check.
you want to. Then when do you consider the current situation? When do you forget about being about you and your £20
Exactly.
and a Netflix subscription and being about the welfare of the child?
Exactly.
That's
What
Yeah,
you
but
come down to court.
listen.
But
You didn't say you got rights.
No,
of course.
listen. Right, this was on the basis here, right, that this
Passport's on the
money,
line here.
right, wasn't being utilized right. If this money's not being utilized right, I've got
there's
a
other
duty.
means to do
Hold
it.
on. I've got a duty to my child,
Yeah.
right, to make sure they're getting all the support, both financially and mentally. So they might be getting a mental one, right? But if they're being neglected financially,
Yeah.
even though I'm giving them money,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna step
that
in
wasn't the scenario.
That
though.
wasn't a
It
scenario.
was?
We're flipping
No.
scenarios
We're saying
around
that
now.
she was using your money.
to go and. So I
doesn't
said,
mean the
I
child's
flipped
being
the scenario, you know.
neglected.
You
That's
flip
That's
it
what
to
you're
say
forgetting.
But
What?
it's still.
So I flipped the scenario. I said she was using £100 for
£100.
hers and £20 for the
So
kids.
you're saying
Okay.
the child's being neglected? Is that what you're saying?
Financially, they will be neglected.
But listen, no,
£20.
because no, you mans are missing it, bruv. If I'm giving over £120, I don't care as long as my kid looks okay, is sound, and he's fine in his scenario. I
So
don't
look,
care.
look.
So
So
if
so
she
hold
goes
on,
and buys,
hold on.
I haven't finished. If she goes to the shop and buys £100 bottle, she entertains someone in her yard, or goes £100 into the club and spends £100 on a bottle, I don't care. I could see her buying a bottle.
As
If
long
I
as-
look-
that-
if
wait
I
there,
look-
wait there, wait
if-
there.
Hold on.
What
happens if she said,
Hold on. Hold
let-
on.
let him learn.
If I look and see my you after seeing that moment, that's when I'll step in. I don't care otherwise.
Okay,
She
so
can
hold
spend
on,
the money how
hold
she
on, hold
wants.
on.
If
So
she's gonna
listen.
watch me and say the same thing, what can I then
I'll
say?
be my feelings.
Hold
I
on.
don't care. I'll be
Hold
my
on.
feelings.
Listen, right.
Even
Well,
if my
imagine
child
now.
is
Hold on.
Okay,
hold on,
Drake.
Hold on.
Go on.
Listen,
Go on.
right. So what now? Yeah, right. She's spending, right, £100 on herself, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
She's giving them
Nails.
takeout every day, this, that, because she don't want to.
Pedicure.
Right, hold on, but you might not be able to physically see
I
that.
would,
the
because I see
detriment.
the shape changing my youth, blood. I'll be asking, what did you eat, blood? Come on, man. You're acting like you man ain't
Yeah,
fathers
yeah,
out here,
but
blood.
wait.
Hold on, no.
So you can look at a kid and know that, yo, you've only had takeaway
Listen,
all
you
week.
Go
I
on,
know.
finish.
You can't just say,
Get out
I
of
look
here.
at you, you're only
Get out of
takeout.
here.
No, but you'd ask the question, yo, what did you eat last night? Oh, I'd take, and you pick him up
Forgetting.
again. Oh, I'd take.
Yeah,
Come
but
on,
you might
blood.
be picking them up. You might be picking. Let's say under normal circumstances, you're picking them up every other weekend. So you're
Yeah.
picking them up on the Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't speak to
hold
you
on.
during the week? Because I do.
Listen.
And I ask him, yo, what did you eat for dinner?
This is a
Oh,
hypothetical
take.
situation.
No, it's
yeah.
not. No, that's what I'm saying to you, blood. I'm just saying generally, it can't. It's not just generally a hypothetical scenario.
Mizzo, you don't speak to your
'cause I
kid in
can
the week?
Speak
No.
from, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
Only on weekends.
But it's what I'm saying. It's not generally. It's not.
He's one, you know.
Take his passport.
I don't care. So why not? I'm just saying it for the camera.
No,
I'm just saying it for the
I'm
camera.
not, the question I asked you, right?
Yeah.
It was not a wind up. I'm saying,
I know it was
obviously,
a wind-up.
you can't always, right?
Mhm.
And plus, the mum can train these kids. If she's manipulative enough, she'll train the kids.
But neglect is something
Still
that
gonna
after
see
a
it,
while,
bro.
it stinks. You
Still-
can smell it before you can see it.
You're still gonna
You know what
see
I
it,
mean?
man.
So you're gonna still see it.
What I was gonna say, is just on your point
Yeah,
about
yeah.
looking at the child, having conversations. The only thing I was gonna say was, look, when we look at like neglect and financial neglect,
Yeah.
she could still be buying the bare basics in it, you know, spaghettis, beans, you know, the cheap little stuff, shall we say? Yeah, which is cool. But
there is other supermarkets out there
for the money that you're putting in. She could still be spending the majority of that on herself, and still the child could still be good, technically speaking.
Okay,
in that regard,
potentially.
You get me?
So you feel that the surplus money that you're doing is not getting spent where you would like it?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I know that the money that I give over.
That's what he's saying. I'm saying.
Oh, in his scenario.
No, I'm just saying. You're
She's
saying
doing the bare minimum.
You're saying you do. If £100 going,
it's not like I have a list and say, "Yo, are you doing?"
No,
this?
I get what you're saying. You ask the kid questions, blah blah
general?
blah.
Yeah.
You know, check out the blah blah. You know, you had this.
It's general.
It's just jumper's getting a bit tight. You should get a new. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if I don't see if my kid's growing and I see like he's not getting clothes that then fit him,
I get you.
It's a natural fit.
That almost sounds a bit irrelevant still, to be fair, because you know why I say that? Because you can give your kid money like maintenance money.
Yeah.
If the kid needs clothes, you just buy them clothes, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but I don't think the clothes and that is.
It depends, though. It depends because the
Depends
same maintenance.
how consistent it's happening.
But this is what I'm saying. It's the same maintenance money that goes towards that. It goes towards gas and electric. It goes towards school trips. It goes towards anything.
Yeah.
However, that's not stopping you from them buying anything if you want to. But
me
it's
ask
still
you-
part of the same money. However, if you give over that money, right, and you see your kid and your kids for the next 2 weeks or the weeks after your kids' clothes are tight, you're going to be thinking, what's going on with the money? How come you ain't got no
But then if she turns around and says, well, I spent the money on, first of all, gas and electric.
It don't cost that much,
and
go on.
food.
Don't cost that much, go on. What else?
Let me ask you on the
I'm
back of
telling
that.
you now, blood. I'm just
She
saying.
said,
I need to know how much you're giving. Because
Question.
I need to work that out.
One question.
Hold on.
You know, if you give me
£200
£200 a week,
£250.
I understand. You should be able to get clothes out of this thing.
So wait, they still don't get child tax credits. So they're still not getting money from that side. Okay.
So their passport should be revoked then?
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
you're killing this part. Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question to the fathers in the room. Yeah. Now, obviously, I don't believe any of you men are in this situation. But anyway, generally speaking, if you agree a sum, say forget CSA. Say if you agree a sum with the ex, and it's £120. We're going on this £120.
I don't know why.
Would any of
That's
you?
not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
What $120?
It depends what you do.
Let me finish.
It depends
Before
what you
you
do.
go off, man. Let me finish my point.
Go on.
So say £200. You'll be like £200 a month. Yeah.
We're going 200.
Now, would any of you then draw out a contract with her to stipulate what that money will be spent on, or would you just say,
Can I be
"Here's
honest?
£200"?
I would.
Don't need to.
In my
You wouldn't
current
mizzle.
situation, hell no.
Don't need to.
I could imagine that there'd be some women out there that would make me consider wanting to set up such
potentially.
a contract.
Maybe.
Why wouldn't you want to stipulate where that money should go? Because that would avoid all
No,
of these
because
issues.
I think most of us,
But-
most of us are saying it from a place where we understand the type of woman that we've had children with, and we understand that there'd be a level of trust with the money by knowing how they flex with money already.
You're talking on the basis
No,
that
and
everything's sweet.
I'm saying
I'm
the
saying
basis.
if you're broken up now,
Bro, and this
You
is
broken
why I
up?
just
whatever
Hey,
content
hey,
you've
yeah,
chosen,
yeah, yeah.
you've
That's what I
picked
just
her.
said.
Yeah.
That's what I just
But
said.
based on what he's
relevant
saying,
today,
based on what he's
He's
saying.
right though. But he's
However,
right.
I get what you're saying. I
But
get what you're
listen,
saying.
saying. That's
listen.
what I just said.
Obviously, not to speak about my specific situation,
Yeah.
but me and my baby mum broke up.
Yeah.
Right. We've had our hard times where we probably didn't like each other too
Yeah.
much. But I've never had to worry about that
You
part of
haven't?
it.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Because of the type
I'm
of
saying.
woman that you knew she was.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in general terms, hypothetically speaking,
Yeah.
would you not consider that to avoid these situations?
Maybe.
Signing up a contract.
No, forget the whole signing contract. I'm just saying,
Just something that's
on
written down
paper,
so you can see what
stipulating.
I'm
Can you tell? I'm gonna give you £200. You're cool with that, all right? So can you at least tell me what the money is being spent on, or what you?
I don't
you know,
think it
so,
can
so
be-
we don't have it.
I think
You know what? You know what? You know the
I
biggest
think,
problem.
that means you're gonna catch yourself out.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I think roles
I will
reverse.
get catched up.
Yeah, I think roles reverse. You
'Cause-
would realise that. Hold on, 200 ain't enough.
Yeah.
forget
By the
that.
time
Forget
she
about
said,
that.
no,
Forget
because
about that.
by the time you sit there and you come
Break
up with
it
your
down.
figure, and then she starts saying, okay, well then this, then there's
You're
this.
gonna realize
And then
if
you're
you
like,
need two
oh,
fish. Oh
No,
yeah,
you focus
two.
on the wrong thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Listen,
Oh,
forget-
let me give you another.
No. You two,
like,
you
you're in
two.
that position.
Listen. You two have agreed to some, so forget
Yeah,
all of
so
that.
forget about
Say
the
it's
amount.
£500
Yeah.
just to squash that part. £500, £1,000, whatever you want to say. Me personally, I'll be inclined to avoid that issue.
Yeah.
Well,
To be like, okay, we've agreed to some.
Ideal world, isn't it?
he's like living with black
No,
girls.
all right, look, I'm not in a situation. So
Hey,
I'm just
you're trying to-
speaking. I'm just
you're
speaking.
trying to work it out.
You get
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
I'm just saying, I'll do well to avoid that situation that we've just spent 25 minutes talking about.
Yeah.
to have some sort of thing to say, or forget the contract, forget writing down. Can you just explain to me what this, generally speaking, what's happening with this money? Listen,
if you want that agreement, you need to get that agreement before you even have sex.
The worst thing is,
and you say, just in case you break up, this is what I'm giving you.
Do you know what? I'm sitting here and I'm saying, as you're talking, the only thing that's ringing out in my head is one word: prenup guy. Prenup guy.
100%.
Prenup guy, you know.
You know what I do agree
because
with?
I can see the
Nah,
prenup.
but you know what I do agree with you. There's only one request I have. You can't use none of the money to spend on you and your future partner.
But how do you? Wait, hold on.
Let me ask one thing.
I've got someone come back.
Let me ask one question.
Go on.
Okay, so you give her the agreed fee, £200,
500 for main sake,
whatever
the fee.
That's the agreed fee. Now she's spent her money
Yeah.
for the month that she got paid.
Yeah.
She spent it.
Okay.
Bank balance is in the overdraft, but she knows that is money
Gonna come in and clear it
in 3 days. That's 350 quid. So now, obviously, she's paid all her bills and all that, but now your money's coming, 350. She's gonna use that to book the spa trip and whatever for the dude.
Nah.
Hold on. She's paid her bills. She's got
paid
the
it?
kids fine. The food, all the foods are covered.
Nah,
but she spent her money, but she knows that. She
Nah,
knows
but
that
listen,
that is money coming.
wait.
What she's
Listen,
gonna do? She's
this is what I
gonna
was
use
gonna
that
say
money
to
from
Natty.
Natty to buy the spa trip with her geezer.
Wait there. So this is my
But
point.
you're saying that, but that money goes to her anyway. How
that's
she
my point.
judges it and juggles it.
Obviously, she can lie and tell us where the money has gone and not gone.
No, but this is my point.
There'd be a scenario where we would accept it. For example, if it was a no,
But it's not for Natty to say, well, hold on, you've spent all your money now, you can't buy.
She's bought shopping.
My point.
Now she's making her man and the youths them dinner.
Obviously, we have some
you can't-
But his statement was based off the fact that you cannot spend one penny on you or your man.
Honestly, he's not that
She's
rigid.
making dinner for everybody.
Let's say
She's making dinner for everybody,
You
dog.
mean luxuries? You mean
And
luxuries?
that me I said.
I'm talking about luxuries. For
Okay.
instance, you want to go out for a night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm saying she
Wait,
would have had
wait,
the
wait,
money.
wait, wait,
The
wait,
way-
wait, because I asked
the
him a
date
question.
on when you get
Hold on.
paid and the date on when your money's coming in means even though she's really
merged.
supporting the kid,
It's merged.
she knows that the money, the physical money that you transferred her,
Yeah.
that amount.
Now he's gonna pay on
as soon as it goes
payday.
to the bank,
That's
she's
when their
buying
payday
smartwatch
is.
for two.
But my point is, how do you
Balfour.
how do you even judge what that money is then going to be used for when
That's
you're
why I-
when
that's
it's
why-
all-
This is what I'm saying.
That's why that's
It's
not
easy. It's easy.
How are
Okay.
you going to judge it?
Bank statement.
You have to listen. For one, you got to look at the kids. You ask the kids.
Bank
You come to an
statement.
agreement.
But how
yeah?
are you going to judge that
You say-
your kids are going to use your money that you're paying to
You know
your
what? You know
baby mom?
you know how you resolve this issue.
Go on,
It's
go on.
very easy.
Go on.
When we were growing up,
Yeah.
remember Pops went and got us the little bank accounts.
Yeah. You put it
You know
into
what
there.
you do? You just
you can
put the
see.
money
Yeah,
into
in
their
that
bank
specific
You can
account.
see.
bank account.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
When they get to a certain
Everything's
age,
paid by card.
No, Say again.
when they get to a certain age, I think you can do
Yeah,
it.
but then she's got
Do that.
the card in her purse.
But hear what?
It's the same money.
with
If
the code.
she wants to use them, obviously, if the
Yeah,
if
that's a
the
good
children,
idea.
proper children, then
Yeah.
fair enough. She's got to manage because they physically
She's gotta
can't do
manage
that.
that.
Yeah.
But when they get to a certain
Certain
age,
age.
And that age should be 10.
But after
11.
a certain age, bro,
Learn
you
to
don't need
manage
to
your
pay.
money.
You don't.
no, but you
That's a
telling
good
me an
idea.
7
We set up this
year
account.
old, you can set up an account.
No, but even that. Just say, for example,
8, 9,
say if
10,
the baby's
Card
2.
accounts,
Yeah.
card
But why are you
accounts.
giving
Yeah.
the money to the
Yeah.
kid when the money's for her to
No,
raise
that's
the
what I'm
kid?
saying. Forget that part.
what
I'm saying
I'm
if
saying.
the
It's the same
child's
money.
2,
Yeah.
yeah, and you now need to say we've got this agreement of £500.
Yeah.
We'll set up an account where
And
I
it
just put
constantly
money
goes in there.
Yeah,
And you
every
use,
month.
and all you
and
do,
then
you don't draw cash out. You just tap
no
that
cash.
card.
Yeah.
You tap that card. I
Simple
want the receipts.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Wow, we don't
But
want
why?
receipts.
But why if
No,
it's
because you
I
want
can see the bank
no,
statement.
Exactly.
Yeah, the bank
But it's
statement.
Okay,
innit?
receipts,
No,
bank
that's
statement.
the receipts.
But
I
what
can
if
log
it's-
on and say,
But my
she
point-
go
my-
to Nando's today.
Okay, but my point is.
Yeah, dinner for 2.
Okay, wait there. Wait
A
there.
child's vegan. Like, what's going on for, man?
Hold on. But
You be buying all this cow's milk.
my point is still.
My son be drinking almond. What you know about? You can.
My point is still though. How do you know what she's then spending from her money on the
matter.
kid?
Yes, it's her
No,
money,
she's
bro.
tapping. No, you remember
He's
the card?
tapping.
The
The
card.
card, bro.
You put money
Nationwide.
on the card. You put
He-
money in the
Living
account. And all
whatever
she's doing
you
is
guys
tapping.
want, you're gonna be left disappointed. Just so you know.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I just want to give her the money and just, I want to deal with it like MDOT.
Listen.
You might be heartbroken.
Everything's good. Safe.
Me personally, I don't care. But I have faith that the mother of my kids puts my kids first.
That's it, and that's it.
That's what it comes down to.
And I think that's the hardest thing.
But that's a cop out. It's a cop out, man.
No,
we're not talking about that.
You can only do it.
It's a cop out excuse.
I get that.
We're not talking about the scenario.
I get that we want to hypothesize it and whatever. But at the same time, I'm in the same sort of boat. I know that if I gave mines, I know she's giving to the child 100% first. I just know it.
Yeah. Listen, if I'm in that boat though,
and I know I ain't breeding with no boat.
Decks, right? Then I'm gonna go my route. I'm going to get my use.
I hear what you're saying.
All right.